Africans and God himself who can rescue us from this evil of the African National Congress and the corrupt government and their officials. South Africans, we are at our own. For how long must we watch this situation and evil happening in the land of our ancestors? For how long must we watch Cyril Ramaphosa selling us to the highest bidder instead of closing ties with these Anunnakis and people of evil? He says they must put their food on their shelves so that they must continue to unalive us. This is too much. This is unbearable. We have seen what our cities have turned to. Every corner of South Africa is not spared. Every village, town, and city is not spared. We see these people and we know what they're doing. The laws of South Africa do not apply to them. The laws of South Africa only apply to you, South Africans, to you, the indigenous law-abiding patriots, people who are of this land, who did not arrive with ships or with boats, but who are one with the souls. These laws are only meant to oppress me and you, so that we can continue to watch the unaliving of our children in the name of capital. For how long must we allow this situation to continue? For how long must we allow a situation where our people are being removed from their workplaces in favor of the Zanification of South Africa? For how long must we watch the national broadcaster being Zanified in the name of comradeship? For how long must we watch these comrades continue to give each other deals and tenders and whatever it is that they are giving each other at the expense of our children, at the expense of our men and women, at the expense of our young people? Our young people are languishing at homes without jobs. Our young people are unemployed and unable to contribute meaningfully to society. Our young people are just receiving internships where they work for only 1 year or 6 months. The next thing, they have to go back and make space for Zimbabweans. And now we are watching a situation where our children are unalived on a daily basis. Instead, it is the South Africans who were told to close their businesses of selling food close to schools, but the privileged Africans, the so-called brothers, are allowed to continue. They are allowed to continue to unalive our children. Under what deal, we don't know. Under what treaty, we don't know. Why is it that as South Africans, we are the sacrificial lambs? For how long might this happen? It is only no. Why is it that as South Africans, we are the sacrificial lambs? For how long might this happen? It is save us, but we know that our cry, it is just. Our cry, it is pure. And Cyril Ramaphosa must fall. He must fall so that South Africa must rise. The ANC government must fall. It must fall so that our children can maximize and live their full potential as envisaged by our freedom fighters. People fought for this country. People lost their lives for this country. But today, we are being sold to the highest bidder. We are being sold to those who've got money. Why is it that our children have to be sacrificed? We have watched young men and women being turned into zombies by powdergerians. And today, on this day, on the 7th of December, we are mourning. We are mourning not for the first time, not for the second time, for countless number of times. We are mourning our children. And if we do not stop, we will continue to mourn. Every weekend, we will continue to bury our children because we are allowing Cyril Ramaphosa to do as he pleases in the country of our forefathers.
Guys, can I please say something?
You can go ahead, Keystone.
Yeah, I just want to say,
Can I follow him?
yeah,
Yes, you can, let's bring after him.
Condolences to the family, man. I know this, I've probably said it before, but I want to say it again since we are taking the day out to do this. Condolences to the family. I know it must be very difficult. I don't have children, but I do love children. I've always loved children. And then I would just like to say, I agree with what the sister just said, but this is what I want to say, guys. Let us put the blame, guys. Okay, Nene, can you please mute my G so that?
Okay, sir.
All right. Let us put the blame where the blame is due, South Africans. You know, some South Africans, and I have to say it, it's in all communities across color lines. Some South Africans have a loyalty and a love for the ANC that it seems like that loyalty and that love will never go away, right? I had that when I was younger. I think I've said this before. When I became eligible to vote the first time, I voted for the ANC, but I will never do that again. So the point I'm trying to make is some South Africans will blame everything but the ANC government. There's a comment, I'm not going to mention the name because this is not directed to you, but you said this in the comments. You know who you are. Capital is cruel. I'm going to repeat that. The person said capital is cruel. My friend, it is not capital. It is the government. What does the word government mean? It means to govern, to ensure governance, to ensure that the game is played fair. South Korea is a capitalist nation and they are successful and their people are successful. Japan, population of 130 million, a lot more people than what we have. Capitalist nation, successful. The GDP per capita of their country is much higher than ours, which means on average their citizens are much more productive because they have a government that empowers them. It is not capital. The capitalist model can work. Remember, capitalism is simply private ownership of the means of production and free markets. Black people must own the private means of the means of production in South Africa privately is what I advocate for. Don't blame capitalism when it is really the ANC government that must be blamed, please. If you have a love affair with the ANC, cool, but put blame where blame is due. Right? We could have been, Black South Africans have made strides, yes, but they could have been so much further if our government unapologetically said, look, we have a house to clean and we're going to defend that border and you can't come now. It is not capitalists that let these people in here. Nor is it a capitalists that are making all of these policies of visa application, make it easier, blah, blah, blah. Capitalists are merely playing the game. The government are the ones that should ensure governance or that should govern. Let's put blame where blame is due. Thank you.
Thank you, Keystone. You can go ahead, Nene.
Okay, thanks a lot, my sister. Actually, I want to be a little bit, differ on this. As Nene, I'm not too happy about the platform and the airtime that we're giving to the Nigerians in this, panel. Because those guys, they come here and then they come to speak nonsense and they come and gaslighting us. But really, guys, if I'm wrong, I need to be corrected, but I'm not too happy. I love this, this platform a lot. Even if I don't say anything, I just keep on listening while you guys are talking. And you guys, I don't take anything away from you. You are so intelligent. I'm talking about you, my sister, in Africa. I don't know, it's Africa Diamond or whatever, an SA on point. All these guys are so brilliant, but I'm not too happy really the way the Nigerians, they come to our platform and they talk crap. Always when they come here, they are gaslighting you. They think they are better and they are nothing, are crap. So I'm very, very disappointed. But I think you guys, you're going to correct the situation. there's a room of correction. So to me, there are too many it's like now we are in Nigeria. Everybody's a Nigerian talking to our platforms. But on their life, you can't go through as a South African. But here they are too much. And, our kids are turning zombies and all this kind of thing is them. All of them are the same. There are no good Nigerians and there are no bad Nigerians. They are the same. Thank you very much, my sister. I'm so sorry if maybe I was too harsh, and if I'm talking crap, then I'm very, very sorry.
No, you're not, my brother. Thank you for the submission. Can you please mute Nene? Issa on point, is there anything you'd like to say, brother?
Yes, thank you for giving me the opportunity, and I heard all of you. There's a difference between debate and insult. What I don't like and what provoke us more is when these people keep on, we are giving them platforms, we are explaining them, but someone will come here into this platform and insult us and saying that those children were unalived by South Africans or said something stupid. We are allowed to mourn, and some of us, we mourn differently. Hence now I'm saying if it happens with the bloodshed, let it be. We can't keep on every week debating with people who don't understand. We gave them more time. Those that want to come and at least engage us, let them engage us, not with that arrogance. Because now we have got the arrogancy. That's why. They must never, ever, ever underestimate South Africans. Never. We can't allow these people like all the time to keep on insulting South Africans. You need to understand that those children are the same children. The blood that was shed there, we need to see them the same way we see Abu Hector Peterson. This country, it was, we did not just get this freedom for nothing. We fought for this freedom. We fought for it. But if we fought for the other people and not South Africans, then what kind of freedom is that? Can any one of you tell me, out of all those children that were unalive, all those plaza shops that were recognized, is there anyone who was arrested? Is there anyone who's in jail right now? If the answer you don't know or no, then what kind of country is this? What kind of country is this? The president is telling them to go and register. The very same South African will come here and say that I'm an African first. It's lying. When things are tough, if someone were to come into your house now and start to go into by the window, not even by the door, when you enter there, you see someone cooking in the bedroom. He even changed the layout of your house. What are you going to do? Aren't you going to call people and say this person rail? You won't say it's Mtagati now, Mtagati. Are you going to then say that no, we are African first in your own house? Let's be realistic and not stop dreaming. Those that want to dream, let them dream in their own house. If we are debating, I'm not against that. If we are engaging with people that are not South African, I'm not against that. I'm actually for that. But when people come here and insult South Africans, you need to understand that they are analyzing us times two, because the pain that they talk is the pain we cannot take it any longer. The pain that they are talking, that insulting, is not the pain that we can't take this pain any longer. This week they also released that racist Walush who unalive Chris Hani. You need to understand that South Africans' mood is not the same anymore. And if needs be, if these people want us to repeat 93 and going backwards, they must continue what they're doing. We're not going to nurse anyone's feeling. You need to understand that in the 80s, when we were telling the National Party that your days are numbered, they were laughing at us. The day Mandela was released, a lot of them started to take, a lot of Mzungus ran away, basically, because they know what we are capable of. They went to Australia, they went to America and the UK. Never ever show any enemy any of your teeth when you are mourning. When they come here, they must come with the mood of mourning. You can never ever allow that nonsense to happen, guys. People, when they talk, if they're talking in a provoking manner, we can't allow that. Never. And if it happens that at least for one of you maybe I've heard or I spoke somehow, I'm sorry, but you need to understand that this is for the whole of South Africa. You need to understand that this is deeper than anything. I was in Hillbrow, I saw nonsense today. You know, sometimes when we talk of Hillbrow, people, when they talk about Hillbrow, it's just something in their mind. We live in the suburbs. Sometimes when we talk about these things, we talk about them from a distance. Does not really affect us directly. The people who live in Soweto that have got all those bazaar shops. We can't allow that, guys. It can never, ever, ever, ever be allowed. I think these people, when someone talks nonsense, it must be removed. I'm begging you guys, or else this platform, it won't be for South Africans. Because these people, when they hurt us physically, they also hurt us with what they are saying. And we can never, ever, ever accept that thing anymore. Never. If someone is ignorant, let that person, let that witch, I'm done.
And they were busy talking about us the way they want. I got triggered and I went in. Yeah. What is scaring me is I spotted where one of them lives. I am triggered, guys. Like, I'm triggered.
Stop going on to these live space. It's not good for your mental health. Stop going on. Like,
guys,
you know,
we cannot allow them to speak like that. When
it's not
someone
going to
comes
change
in,
anything, love. It's not going to change anything. They're going to do that. That's what they want. They want to trigger you.
Unapologetic. I've been
Yes,
in the
Keystone.
beginning, when I started in the beginning with the lives and stuff, I used to go on these lives a lot. Let me tell you, the host is right when she says this is not good for your mental health, because you're going there and you have an argument, you have facts, and you're